out the weak from who you've been. Can you win this war you're in? Is your point laborious, or will you rise victorious? Oh, take it or break it. Take it or break it. Take it or break it. Earn your throne.
Welcome to Take It or Break It, the sports take stock show of your dreams or nightmares. I'm your host, Corbin Smith. With me, as always, early in the week is John Wilmes. Jonathan, how are you doing?
You always call me that.
What? Oh yeah, your name's not really Jonathan. It's a tired Corbin podcast today. I know that people love it when I yawn, so woo, here we go.
Yeah, strap in.
Yeah. Why isn't your name Jonathan? Because you're named after Catholic John, right?
It's like St. John the Baptist and shit, you know?
Yeah.
I guess there are Catholics who have the name Jonathan, but most people I know in Chicago who are Catholic are John.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And on a certain level, what is the etymology of Jonathan? Because there's no way John doesn't preclude it, right? Like, at what point were people like, we need to add Onathan to this?
Probably the goddamn Reformation.
Well, I mean, but they Protestants like John too,
Sometimes.
Oh, they don't always.
Most of the people I know named Jonathan are not Catholic. But there are some who are Catholic, which throws me off a little bit. But it might just be because their parents have no sense of history. I'm not sure.
Okay, ready? Jonathan is a common male name, meaning Yahweh has given in Hebrew. The earliest known use of the name was in the Bible. One Jonathan was the son of King Saul, a friend of David. Variants include Jonathan, Yanen, Yanen, and Janen. Interesting. So it is in the Bible. It's in an earlier part of the Bible, though. It's different than John. What I'm looking at is the name I'm looking at is here on Wikipedia is spelled Jonathan, Jonathan.
Yeah.
But yours, and I think the New Testament one, is John, John.
Right.
Huh. But Johnathan is one too?
Yeah, I'm not sure that.
But that's like a fake fucking name.
Yeah, I think that's,
Like Jonathan is derived from that part of the Bible.
Right. It's like motherfuckers who spell Carl with a K and shit. It's like, it's flying in the face of tradition when you do.
Yeah, it's like spelling Kaylee, like Kaylee. Shit
like that, yeah.
Yeah. Damn. That's the first stupid made up name is Johnathan.
Well, I don't know if it's the first one.
Okay.
That was probably Adam and Eve. Those are probably the first two.
Damn.
Names.
Damn,
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah.
Something. Do you think? What? So we.
Dude, I just roasted the tradition of names.
Naming your kid Adam is so fucked. Adam literally just boned all of us.
Yeah, I don't think I've met Adams before. Yeah, I knew some Adams. I never stayed friends with anybody named Adam for very long though.
Yeah, because it's
you know any Adams?
Yeah, Adam Yorks. I went to college with Adam Yorks.
Is he a cool guy?
Yeah, he was a dope dude.
Yeah, I'm just putting Adam into my Google, contact search right now.
Uh-huh.
Nothing too interesting.
Even if there was something interesting, I suspect it wouldn't have been that interesting, John.
Nah, an old advisor from graduate school was named Adam.
Graduate school.
Yeah, he was a interesting fellow.
Graduate school. Boo.
Not the nicest person. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about that.
I mean, It's not your fault.
John, how do you feel about the result of the World Cup?
I was pulling Croatia just because they're a little spicier, you know?
Yeah. How could you not? But
I didn't have any problems with the French team.
No.
I
like that they're all immigrants. I think that's dope.
The scheduling with the World Cup this year, in terms of just when it was on, made it a little difficult for me to watch as much as I wanted to, unfortunately. Because I was working during a lot of the games.
I woke up late yesterday, so I missed half the game.
I watched the game yesterday. I watched the semifinal games. Yeah. I think the most fun I had watching any games was I watched the Germany-Sweden game before the bracket. That was a really thrilling game. Yeah, mostly that one. That was really fun. I didn't go crazy for the World Cup this time.
Yeah, I didn't either. I always want to, and I never do.
I usually do, but it was just like it just didn't happen. It was too hard to watch for me.
Did you see the picture of the Pussy Riot lady giving high fives with what's his name?
Putin?
No, Magba or something along those lines.
Pogba? Mbappe?
Mbappe, thank you. I appear to have combined
that dude is 19
Mbappe and Pogba. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, she gave a double fisted high five to Mbappe. It was a lot of fun.
I missed that part. When it got to be a bit of a blowout, I went to the beach.
Oh yeah, what this beach you go to? What is it?
You ever been to a beach?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you live in the Midwest. There's no ocean.
What's your point?
It's not a real beach. It's a sandbar.
Have you ever heard of a dictionary?
Fine. What's the definition of a beach?
A pebbly or sandy shore by a large body of water.
By an ocean?
That is the largest body of water.
You know what? Okay, that might be a beach, but it's not the beach. The beach is the ocean.
Oh, so there's only one beach?
No, there's a bunch of beaches.
Okay. So you should probably go back and edit out the part where you said the beach.
Yeah, but no, like, oh my god, like the linguistic implication of the beach is the ocean.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You're literally just talking about like where you live.
You went to a beach. You didn't go to the beach.
Okay, well there isn't a the beach. I think the linguistic implication of I went to the beach is I went to a beach.
No, you went to
because there isn't a
no
beach.
Because the beach is at the ocean and a beach is like a beach.
You're literally just talking about yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about everybody.
Yes, you are.
Everybody knows this, dude.
There's nothing to know. You're just
it's not the beach if it's not the ocean. It's just a beach. And even then, some inlets are not the beach. Even then, some inlets, not the beach. Can
I ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are we done with this now?
Nope. The beach, a beach. The beach, a beach. The beach, a beach.
It's like the worst.
The beach, a beach. I don't know what else is going on with you, Wilmes.
I took some CBD oil pills today.
How's that working out for you?
It's just not really. It's not much of anything, really. I was expecting it to be a little more of something.
Yeah, I think I took it once and I had a chill day afterwards, and I'm vaguely convinced that my chill day was because of the CBD I took.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably do it again.
Are you having a chill day?
Sort of. I mean, it's very humid here.
Yeah.
And I sort of was like trying. I don't have central air conditioning anyway. Mm-hmm. I only have a unit in my bedroom, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I'm alone at the apartment, which is rare. I usually share it with someone, mm-hmm. And so I've been trying to inhabit the main areas where of the living space, you know, mm-hmm, just to be like, hey, this is mine, it's all me. But really, like, I should be cooped up in my room with my air conditioner.
Mm-hmm. But I can hear your AC on in the background.
Yeah, now I'm in there.
Yeah.
I actually lit a candle. I lit a candle too.
Just
Yeah.
you know,
I
just
was
to
doing
give the
some-
audience something to obsess about for the rest of the episode.
I just was doing some research for our next premium podcast.
Ooh, it's exciting. It's an exciting podcast. We're not going to say what it is, but it's an exciting one. Sign up today. Patreon.com/takeitorbreakit. It is. We are doing a very fun episode this week.
I'm thrilled. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was doing that. I was just brushing up on what's been going on in the NBA. Working on some edits on an article I have coming out sometime this week, I think. About Dr. Seuss.
The Butter Battle book.
Be talking about that.
Yeah. I don't know if people know that or not, but John said it on the premium podcast. I do feel like I've given everybody a scoop that you should only be able to get on the premium, but I'm generous. What am I supposed to do?
Corbin's got a big tub of ice cream, and people are coming around to him, and he's actually mandated professionally to only give away one scoop.
Yeah, well, come on.
But sometimes Corbin's given 2, sometimes he's given 3.
That's not the kind of motherfucking life I live, giving away one scoop. I'm more generous than that, baby.
Yeah. So whether it's cookies or cream, whether it's, a mint chocolate chip, what are some of your favorite ice cream flavors?
Olive oil.
That's fucked up, dude. You've made this argument before, but
This argument? What do you mean?
I mean, not an argument. The implicit argument that olive oil ice cream is not only acceptable but good.
It's fucking good, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry that you don't have artisanal ice cream in Chicago. I'm really sorry.
Oh, we do. I just, I'm not an unacceptable motherfucker, so I don't eat it.
Olive oil ice cream is good as shit. What the fuck are you even talking about right now?
Reality.
Have you even had it?
No.
It's so good. It's like
Honestly,
eating
dude,
alternate. It's like eating parallel
soft.
universe vanilla. It's so good.
I'm actually not even opposed to it. I just kind of, reflexively giving you shit.
Oh, okay. Sheep's cheese ice cream with the strawberry in it. I like that.
Now that I'm opposed to.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. You know what? That one's fair. Last year, the artisanal ice cream place, no free ads, they dished out this ice cream that had marzipan and figs in it. Oh, that shit was so good.
Marzipan. I'm not going to say who did this, but several years ago, it would be mean-spirited of me to say who did this. A basketball writer compared, I won't even say which player because that would make it too easy to find out, but a basketball writer wrote a column about a role player on a contending team in the NBA and compared that role player to marzipan, and they really went with it. There was multiple paragraphs devoted to this analogy, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to read.
Was it I can't think of who would be the funniest person to say here.
It was a 3-and-D foreigner. I'll put it that way.
3-and-D foreigner.
But I'm not going to say anything more about it.
A 3-and-D foreigner.
It was very difficult for me to get through that sequence of paragraphs.
Were they German?
I'm not going to say anything else about it.
3-and-D foreigner.
This is not exactly a blind item, but it's vision impaired for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. Fine. I can't even think of a 3-and-D foreigner off the top of my head right now.
Now, I want to talk about the Chicago Bulls. Can we do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think?
About their current team?
Yeah, it's Jabari Parker.
Well, Parker's cool. Everything else is bullshit.
Yeah, there was I feel like that was maybe just from the perspective of a Bulls fan, it was less of a deal than I thought it was, but it felt like there was a bit of a cultural tension.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Over on the internet, a certain type of person is very mad that Jabari Parker is making money.
Yeah, they really don't like it.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of, from a narrative perspective, it's just a bit hasty on their part.
Yeah. I don't know. Parker's not terrible, I don't think.
He's definitely not terrible, and he definitely, has a lot of his story left, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you. But yeah, people were leaping to, why would you give money to that hobo real quick? Look, Zach LaVine, yeah. I'll give you that one.
I'll give you that one, and there are some reasons, right?
Yeah.
First of all, the commitment is literally twice. It's twice as many years. More importantly to me, I just don't like Zach LaVine.
Yeah, even watching him play is boring.
Yeah, it's not fun aesthetically.
Man, has there ever been a dunk contest champion who's more aggressively dull than Zach LaVine?
Probably. There's been some really boring dunk camps.
The only joy he's ever given anybody is in the dunk contest, and otherwise it was just like that dude like heaving up the most bullshit shots imaginable.
Man, the dunk contest is like not very good. Can we be real?
When it's fun, it's fun.
Yeah, but it's just so rare.
That LaVine Aaron Gordon one was so good that it, that'll get you through. One that good will get you through a few years, I think.
There was one that was like unbelievably bad. And they had like a collaboration. They tried like something new and gimmicky. It was like a collaboration round.
There was the one that John Wall won, as I recall.
Yeah, it was like John Wall and Paul George and somebody like all trying to like do collaboration dunks, but like really like the clock just ran out and they like barely even dunked the ball and we're just staring at each other and bewildered.
This is what I'll say. I think that you have a bad memory of that. I have a memory of it being so odd that I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool.
Like people sort of like meandering about and like kind of half-heartedly tossing lob passes to each other. I just thought it was fun. I was like, this is kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong about that.
Josh Smith won one year.
So I'm excited. Regardless, I'm excited about the Bulls next year. They're going to be a fun team. I can tell you that myself and all of my friends who follow the Bulls, we're actually excited about this. And you could say that Zach LaVine and Jabari Parker are like, you could show me a bunch of numbers and stuff and metrics that suggest that they have similar impacts. I don't give a fuck. I couldn't give less of a fuck.
Yeah, Bulls aren't going to be good anyway. It's not. Yeah,
I think that they're a playoff team.
Come on, sell me.
Have you ever heard of the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, it's not very good, but is it that not very good?
Well, the Bulls aren't that bad. They weren't even that bad last year.
How bad were they last year again? I can't remember.
Well, their record's a lot worse than they were because they were...
All right, John. You're starting to... There we go. I just put my microphone in a position where I can, like, literally lean back in my chair.
I mean, how many bad teams win, like, 12 straight games?
Did they win 12 straight games?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good, I guess.
Right? And then toward the end of the season, they just started benching everyone. Well, they traded away Mirotic, who was pretty much their
best player.
Best player. And then they just started sitting people and starting, Cameron Payne and shit like that. So they were in the tank pretty hard. They actually weren't as into the tank, as they should have, or as they wanted to be. Mm-hmm. They ended up being accidentally good. So I think they're a playoff team next year.
I think that might be a bit of an overestimation, but I don't know. Maybe Parker's really good. Parker has like skills. That's the difference. Is that LaVine has just like no skills really.
He's just pure athleticism.
Yeah, and even then, like he hasn't applied that athleticism to anything, athletic. He doesn't play good defense. He doesn't like finish at the rim or anything like that. He's just like he's like an incredibly athletic guy who nevertheless devoted himself whole hog to a form of basketball played by the most lethargic people imaginable.
Yeah. I mean, he's not good. Like, I don't want him, I don't particularly want him on the team. I'm trying to make peace with the fact that he's going to be on it. I'm going to be watching him.
There was the dunk contest where Gerald Green stuck a cupcake on the back of the rim and jumped in the air and blew it out and then dunked. Saying that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, I've been rewatching Mad Men recently.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody doesn't want to talk about the dunk contest anymore.
I never did want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, just watching Mad Men. It's pretty good.
Cool.
You ever watch Mad Men?
Yeah, it was back to front when it aired.
When it aired, you haven't rewatched it?
I have not.
It's worth a rewatch.
Did you? I think I might skip the first seasons. If I was going to do it, I think that show gets incredibly fun when they start the new agency. Man,
it was really good before that.
It was.
Yeah.
It's not a little like impressed with itself in the early years.
I think that it has every right to be impressed with itself.
I like the version where it loses its mind and just weird stuff happens all the time.
I'm kind of there now. I'm like jumping around a lot. I'm on season 6.
Yeah.
Don just did the thing where he talks about the whorehouse he grew up in the middle of a sales meeting with Hershey.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
It rules.
Yeah, it's great. And people start doing drugs. Ginsburg shows up. Hell yeah.
Ginsburg, who ends up cutting off his nipple at some point.
Yeah, yes, this does happen.
Because he's so freaked out by computers, basically.
Linda Cardellini.
Yeah, that's a really stale arc. It's a
stale arc?
Yeah, I get a little bored.
No, I liked Linda Cardellini.
I mean, I don't have any problem with her. She's a great performance. Just not a...
You just weren't into it in the aggregate?
Not that much. It's one of the least interesting parts of that season, I thought, season 6.
I'm really fond of the Cardellini arc. I'm like, I think she's great at acting. I would watch her in basically any prestige television show.
My favorite episode of that season might be, or one of the favorites, is The Crash, which is when Cutler calls in a quote-unquote doctor who just injects everyone with speed.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to...
Oh, Cutler. Oh, what a show that was. It was so great that Henry Hamlin was in that show for no reason. And then he gave everybody speed in one episode.
Outstanding stuff.
Yeah, just tremendous stuff.
Ken Cosgrove's tap dances. He ends up getting shot in the face by Chevy.
Oh, yeah. And he loses his eye, right? God.
Yes.
What a fucking... That's the shit about that show. That was my favorite shit about that show, is when stuff that was just slightly too weird happened.
Yeah, they really knew where the line was with that.
Yeah.
And when, like, Burt Cooper died and he just had that weird, like, musical number.
That was a little much.
You thought that was over the line?
That was a little much. But in that same sort of endgame times... When Roger is playing the organ and Peggy is skating around the office.
Oh yeah, that's a great episode.
Yeah, that's great shit right there. That's the good stuff.
It's the only show I can think of that is so popular as it is, and like a major plot point on a given episode could just be two characters hanging out with each other.
What do you like what do you mean?
Like, people would be like, oh my god, man, it was so amazing last night. And somebody would be like, oh my gosh, what happened? And it's like, you wouldn't believe. And people would be like, dude, like, Don and Joan got a drink. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
And it would be what happened, and that would be, like, amazing that happened. Just two characters who don't usually have a certain type of conversation have that type of conversation.
Yeah, and you're like, hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, this is what I've been waiting for.
All these years, finally, Don and Joan got a drink.
There's so many good lines. Like, I just, like, you know, like if you're watching TV on your computer.
Like, the best episode of that show is literally just, like, Don and Peggy hanging out.
Oh, yeah, the suitcase?
Yeah.
That's when he says that's what the money's for.
Yeah, that is what he says. That's what the money's for.
It's also when Duck Phillips shits in his office.
Yeah, that's also when Duck Phillips shits in his office. God, what a legend.
I just watched the episode where Lou Avery gets his cartoon Scout's Honor picked up by a Japanese production company, and he calls Don to like tell him off, and Lou thinks that he's like really showing Don, you know, and Don truly does not give a shit. And they show Avery in his office being like, "Ha ha, got him." And Draper's just like, "Okay." He's like, "Oh, all right, Lou, congratulations."
Fun show.
Yeah, the best show.
I don't think it's the best show, but
what's a better, possibly even a better?
I like The Wire more. I'm sorry.
Oof. All right, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I was thinking today. I'm thinking specifically 21st century, right? My favorite cultural things. So Mad Men's my favorite show.
Uh-huh.
All right?
Yeah.
You're so bored. You don't care at all.
No, go ahead. I'm not bored.
Mad Men is my favorite show. My favorite album is probably Destroyers Rubies.
Rubies? Huh.
It's not even a question. And then
more of a kaput man.
That's a great album. Listen, I can't fault you for that.
Okay. All right.
And then literature-wise, the Ferrante Neapolitan series.
All right. I've never gotten around to Ferrante, I'm afraid.
That's my 21st century cultural preferences list.
Do you have like a fourth genre of things?
What would another category be?
I don't know.
Movie. I got movie.
Play. Well, movie, you're gonna have to go Infinity War on that one.
I'm holding out for the sequel to Infinity War.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not even gonna fill the slot because I'm just, preempting.
Yeah, because you just know it's gonna be Infinity War 2.
Hey, did you see Ant-Man?
Yeah, I did.
Should we talk about it?
I don't know. Why not? Sure.
It's not that interesting.
Yeah, you know what I will say? I found the first Ant-Man 2 got better on rewatches. And I suspect it might be the case with this one too.
Oh, I mean, I liked it. It's just that I'm not like hype on it, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I am either. I wanted more T.I. and I wanted more Bobby Cannavale, you know?
Well, I always, and this applies to just literally any moment, wanted more Walton Goggins.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Goggins is a lot of fun in that.
I just literally always want more Walton Goggins.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Vice Principals, that people, check it out.
That's, you know what? That's one I'm behind on. I'll give you.
Oh, that's the best.
Are there any other TV shows we want to touch on? Riverdale.
Riverdale, outstanding. Young Pope, check it out. I've been watching HBO's Succession, very good.
Oh God, I'm trying. I think I've tricked my partner into watching Succession with me.
I think that it's something that I don't know why people are sleeping on it. I think it might have come out too soon.
I think people are starting to not sleep on it.
Yeah, I think it came out a little too soon after the most recent season of Billions, and people falsely conflated the two.
Yeah, but Billions is bad.
Billions isn't good.
Yeah, it's a stupid show.
I am used by it. I watch it.
But it's dumb. It's super dumb.
Oh, it's not good. It's a carnival of just stupid bullshit. Yeah, it's really, really dumb. And Succession is actually, I think, in a lot of ways, the antidote to the mind-numbing stupidity of Billions. The sort of, naive worship of elites. They think the worst part about Billions is that it thinks that it has some sort of moral upper hand on its characters, but it actually glorifies them.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
And which is what Succession does not do at all. It shows them as fully savage and pathetic and horrible, and it does it in a way that's really funny. And so I enjoy it for that reason, among others. Yeah, baby.
I've been working a lot this week, and I feel like I haven't had time. Although I totally have. I don't do enough work to not have time for stuff.
Speaking about you working a lot, one of the units of language you produced in this working a lot was your Daily Beast article.
Oh yeah,
about
about that.
Kobe Bryant's death cult.
Yeah, and you're not going to believe what happened.
I know what happened, but you should go ahead and tell the audience.
Well, when you say things like Kobe Bryant has a death cult, and it's really funny that they have to exist in a world where the player that's better than Kobe is going to be on the team they may or may not root for. A few people were hitting me with the, hey, come on, we're not all in the death cult thing.
Right.
That's not Lakers fans, man. That's Kobe people. Stuff like that. And I want to make it clear that I don't 100% agree with that. I think that y'all got a few more Kobe death cult people in your midst than perhaps you're willing to accept, but some of you are not Kobe death cult people. I understand, Lakers fans, but some of you are, and they reached out to me after I said it's really funny that happened. That's all. I don't know.
Well, also part of people reaching out to you is the fact that the article is aggregated by the
Drudge Report,
which really raised the signal much higher for the whole shithead audience.
Yeah, first off, a big shout out to my main man Matt Drudge. Love the hat. Love the love whatever your politics are.
Oh yeah. Just go forth with those politics, dude. They got to be real woke, I think.
Yeah. Ooh, I just broke a comb. This is a very bad comb.
Oh, fuck the dude.
Listen to how easily this comb breaks, Wilmes.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's not a strong comb.
Yeah. Oh my god. Bad comb.
That comb is not switchy.
No, this comb cannot defend on the perimeter, especially because now it's just like two prongs at the end. It's like a mustache now.
What was your favorite thing that a Kobe stan said to you after you published that article?
Well, the best one is the guy who sent me several pictures proving that Magic Johnson and Kobe Bryant and Rob Pelinka were actually all really good friends, and that they actually wanted Kobe to work for the team really bad.
Oh yeah, and they that person sent you just a ton of photos.
Yeah, tons. Yes.
Tons of photos of people just standing together.
Yeah,
as if that prove their deep ties.
Yes, having a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna start taking pictures of myself with photoshopped very convincingly next to famous people, and just sending them around to the haters.
My good friend Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. People say that I don't Once Upon a Time in Mexico, but look at this picture of me with Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, and you don't that person doesn't really think that they were Kobe needs power in this organization, right? Come on.
I think Magic Johnson, while ultimately way too swayed by fame and by whatever LeBron wants. I think he knows that Kobe Bryant should not have power within the organization.
Of course he shouldn't. He's like a maniac.
Do you see that LeBron showed up to a summer league game and he was wearing these first of all, yeah.
Go ahead, John.
He's wearing these very fancy shorts, Lakers shorts.
Mm-hmm.
They're $400 pair of
what?
Yeah, $400 pair of basketball shorts that just say Lakers on the front of them, basically. And they sold out instantly on this boutique designer's website.
Oh, congrats to that boutique designer.
I think that this is what LeBron likes the most about being on the Lakers now, though, right? He's in a position where he just shows up wearing a pair of shorts and then it's gone. He's just really upped his idolatry.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, the thing about the LeBron move, have we even really talked about it?
Not that. I mean, I think that we're going to be talking about it for a long time.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that it just has nothing to do with basketball, and I really respect that about it.
I do too. I like it more and more. I'm not. Well, I actually think they're going to be really fun to watch too. I was about to say that I don't think that
I could go either way on that one. I truly have no idea.
Yeah, we'll find out, I guess. But Yeah, I'm with it. I think that fuck it. Who cares if he's
Yeah, I mean, he can't beat the Warriors, so like this doesn't like shift the competitive wins or anything like that. But like, I just really respect that he did it because he wants to produce movies and get his kids into the best youth basketball scene in the country.
I think that the Warriors kind of made winning lame anyway.
Yeah, so. Yeah, yes. I mean, I was writing about this about
the Cousins signing.
The Cousins signing. Thank you. That like the NBA used to be about wanting to be the dude and making a lot of money, taking a lot of shots, like sort of being the tip of the spear. And now it's about like, I want to win titles, because for some reason sports writers' neuroses have been transplanted onto professional athletes.
Yes.
And I don't know if I don't hate it necessarily, but like, I'm not like about it. You know what I mean? And I just respect that LeBron was like, fuck titles. I have other shit to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, let's say that the NBA is in fact, I don't know, a neighborhood super soaker battle between some young kids in the summertime, right?
Let's say. And, there are upgrades that happen over time, right? You're like, oh, I got to sell you a better super soaker. Let's see if I'm going to do better this time around, and then most of the time it's just about who's better at wielding their super soaker, and the X's and O's of super soaker battle, and who's the better, who has more willpower, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like that for years, and it's pretty fun. And maybe one guy is more dominant than the others, but overall it's like, hey, anybody could win the super soaker battle, But then one kid, his dad works in like the FBI weapons development department, and then he makes like this super soaker that is like the power of like 7 fire hoses, and he just starts destroying everyone. And then like, well, is it really even cool to win the super soaker battle at that point, or do you just ruin the whole thing? Yeah, damn.
And that's what the Warriors are like. Like, so LeBron is like, well, you guys kind of like, you took this a little too far. Like, chill out. Like,
yeah.
Like I'm gonna go do something else. All right. Like, we don't have to. Turns out I don't have to do this super soaker bullshit. Like, I got a Nintendo actually, and then slowly people start to follow him into his parents' basement to play with a Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I would. Yeah, that would be dope. Like, I think Melo had those values, but Melo was sad in other ways.
Right, because Melo's always had that, right? But like, just that's always been just part of it, because he also wants to be the man, Like, he wants to be the man in basketball. I think he's never fully accepted, that like he should be that guy who is like fully like, I don't give a fuck about championships. I don't give a fuck about winning. He's always been more there than other superstars, I think. But the mix is
in the last decade, like in the 90s, everyone was fucking like that. Michael Jordan was like that. Like, you really think Michael Jordan wanted to be on a squad where he wasn't fucking Michael Jordan? Like, that he went on the Wizards when he was old as shit and fucked it up because he wanted to be the man, right?
I don't know if I've offered this take on this podcast yet, or just in conversations, but like, so Michael Jordan goes to the Wizards, right? And he is, at that point, he's like the GM of the team. I mean, he literally is the GM, is in the front office before he starts playing for the team. And so he's deciding who his teammates are and who his coaches and stuff. LeBron got there too early. Like, Michael did that in his afterglow, deep into his afterglow.
Yeah, LeBron did it.
LeBron did that shit in his prime, and he's really shot himself in the foot with it in terms of how many championships he could have won.
Oh, I don't know if I necessarily agree. Like what was he going to do when the Warriors formed? I don't know.
Not force his team to sign Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith to expensive long-term contracts.
Whatever, who cares? Who doesn't want to play JR? Come on.
I mean, I'm just talking. I mean, I don't care. Like, if he doesn't really want to win championships, if that's not really what matters, like, that's fine.
I mean, I just think like he doesn't need him anymore. He's done it,
he has nothing to prove to me in terms of all that.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible for him to prove that he's a better all-time basketball player than Michael Jordan.
Oh, no, of course not. Yeah.
But that's not as important as he could have a larger impact than Jordan as a person in our culture. And I think that he kind of will. And that's what he's doing now.
It is so hot in this room right now. We have questions, John.
Yeah.
Let's do them. Alex,
I just don't want LeBron to settle for like mediocre, LA culture, but we'll see if he does or not. What is Alex Higley asking us? Big shouts to Alex. Congratulations.
Yeah, Alex just had a baby. Shout out to Alex. Alex wants us to talk about the best tree climber in the NBA. Who is it, Wilmes?
I mean, what do you think?
You first, dude.
Well, we got to go with somebody who's got some real length, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
But somebody who's got length and coordination. Giannis is good. Gobert.
Upper body strength too. We need a lot of upper body strength. So I think that might disclude Gobert.
Okay, so I mean, now I'm starting to think LeBron all of a sudden. Geez, wonder why.
A lot of upper body strength on that guy.
LeBron doesn't want to climb trees though. He doesn't care. So that like kind of sort of disqualifies him a little bit. Giannis is hungry. He would do it to prove something. So he might be pretty good.
Are we sleeping on point guards? Are we sleeping on a long-armed, muscular point guard?
Who you got in mind?
What about Bledsoe? Eric Bledsoe. That dude's got long arms, and they have some muscles on him.
I'm not going to vote for Bledsoe on this one.
You just want why?
I just don't have a lot of confidence in it at this point, whether it's basketball or tree climbing.
I'm going with Eric Bledsoe. What else do you got for me?
I'm looking at some candidates right now. Anthony Davis would probably be pretty fucking good at climbing trees.
Where's the upper body strength?
He's got plenty, dude.
All right.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I think that Butler would do it too because he's really into arbitrary nonsense.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. To cycle back to the Bulls, I think the Jimmy Butler trade,
Mm-hmm.
Bulls won that trade.
What'd they get in return? Levine. Bad.
Levine.
But what else?
Dunn. Chris Dunn. Draft pick who turned into Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know what they don't have is a Jimmy Butler contract situation to deal with a year from now.
Yeah, that's true. Butler, he's probably going to leave the Wolves, right?
I mean, he hates his teammates.
Yeah, every indication out of there is that he fucking hates his teammates.
I don't know if that is really as warranted as, like, obviously, I think he'd be frustrated with Andrew Wiggins, obviously, right?
Well, yeah, because he's bad.
Yeah, but, like, why does he, like, I think, like, his Towns feelings seem to be a little over the top, He's like, you hate Karl Anthony, like, I don't know, like, Karl Anthony Towns is not living up to his full potential. I'll probably agree with that.
He didn't pose nude on a motorcycle.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's a little dorky.
It's a little dorky, but, like, is he hateable?
Nah, probably not. I mean, I guess we don't know. We don't know Towns. Maybe he's loathsome.
We know more about Butler, though, and Butler is increasingly factionalist and dramatic.
Butler is, at the very least, a weirdo.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that I've heard enough to this point to know that he's a bit of an egomaniac who just causes a lot of friction in locker rooms. I think that Dwayne Wade enabled a lot of that when they played together. Like, Butler kind of saw what Wade got away with, and they became a little friendly, and he was like, oh, I'm going to start,
acting like Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, I'm going to start putting pressure on the organization in these types of ways. And, Pau Gasol learned a lot from Pau Gasol, too, who I think almost single-handedly ruined the Bulls culture when he came.
Who Pau Gasol did?
Yeah, oh, man.
Please tell me about this. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's just by far my least favorite Bull of the 21st century.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Did you like him in other contexts, or just as a Bull did you hate him?
I mean, I always had a sort of quiet admiration of him in Memphis. Who really gave that much of a shit, though, you know? Certainly not me. And then I always, of course, hated him on the Lakers because how could I like a Laker, you know? Why would I do that?
Ron was cool.
He's exceptional.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I like LeBron.
Well, that's the new frontier. We're not there yet, okay?
Yeah. Do you think you'll like LeBron on the Lakers?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I
think there's something about the thing I wrote about him like making Kobe people root for him that makes me want him to succeed really a lot. In a way that will like aggravate people who really just kind of want to root for Kobe.
I just want to see him turn like the stage that is the NBA into increasingly weirder set pieces for his cultural performance. And there's no better way to do that than going to the Lakers. So in that way, as long as he's true to that mission,
as long as he's true to his mission of spreading bullshit all over this world.
Yeah. It's a transformative act that I want to watch it. I want to watch it blossom. So in that sense, yeah, I think I will like him on the Lakers as long as he's true to that. It's got to be different though. It's got to be new. I don't want to see the same old shit. But I don't think we will. I think we'll see some different. We're in some. It's almost like we're talking about Mad Men earlier, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Season 5. Oh, season 6. That's when Don really has to come to grips with his origin story, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this next season of LeBron is I anticipate it the way I anticipate this season of a television show. Like what will be the LeBron story this year? I don't give a fuck about how much they're going to win or lose. Really, that's not what I'm.
You want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not invested in LeBron in a win and loss kind of way at this point.
All right, okay. At Drunken Thursday wants to know: is there a more horned up young backcourt than DSJ and Doncic?
No.
Okay, so I pitched about this today because Doncic posted a picture, quote tweeted something Jennifer Aniston said.
Yeah, and he had the googly eyes.
With big googly eyes, and I just wanted to write about like I think it's really beautiful that a 19-year-old young famous man can weirdly creep on the Twitter of a 49-year-old woman.
It's kind of a hilarious contrast to the Joel Embiid Rihanna thing.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It's like Luka Doncic is opposed to pining on Twitter after, you know, like the hottest pop star of today is pining after someone whose like sexual celebrity peak was literally before he was born.
Yeah. Yes.
But who's still hot.
Yeah. Look, don't get us wrong, but
it's like alive and like a cougar.
Yeah. Yes. Who is about to incur her third divorce, as I recall.
Oh, from Justin Theroux? They're getting the Splitsville?
Yeah, I think they're D-wording, if I recall.
Oh wow, they're getting the big D.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, maybe she's gonna give it Luka Doncic, though. Who knows?
Okay, so I have some takes on this. Well, first of all, we should mention what was the name of the user who asked us that question again?
At Drunken Thursday.
We should note the other piece of evidence that.
Oh yes, Dennis Smith Jr. saying everybody has God-given talents. Mine just happens to be slanging this wood in my pants.
A classic Dennis Smith Jr. tweet. One of those.
Wait a minute. Can I? He didn't. That's not a quote from something. That's just Dennis Smith Jr. saying that.
I mean, I think that's just from him. We can do a quick Google slanging this wood in my pants.
I will do it. Continue talking.
It looks like I'm not seeing any other source material for that. Oh, and then I see a story. Mavericks owner Mark Cuban told draft pick Dennis Smith Jr. to delete his old tweets.
Oh, come
on. Cuban is description. Cuban is behind the disappearance of Smith's slanging this wood in my pants tweet. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite. I think that agents are all on top of players now, you know.
Yeah.
And so this this tradition might be over, but that's one of my, because I don't remember anything coming up this year. But that's one of my favorite draft night traditions.
I cannot believe that Dennis Smith Jr., the origin of slang in my wood in my pants is Dennis Smith Jr. I'm stunned.
It's terrific. But yeah, so I with a heavy heart that I report that the old hilarious sexual tweets from recently drafted NBA rookies being drudged up. That tradition might be dead. I'm sad to say.
It's so sad. Oh,
wasn't there? Oh, there was some Bobby Portis shit that was hilarious. Maybe about Kobe. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So Bobby Portis gets drafted by the Bulls, and somebody pulls out a tweet from 2011 that says, "Pau Gasol not as good as everybody think and say he is." And then there's Larry Nance Jr., who before he got drafted in 2012, well before he got drafted by the Lakers, he says, "Gee, I sure hope Kobe can keep his hands to himself in Denver this time."
Oh my
God. Hashtag rapist.
Larry. I mean, yeah, but you know what? Larry Nance Jr. is a hero. I take that back.
Yeah. Bobby Portis had a lot of anti-Bulls tweets back in his younger days. Kind of hilarious. Anyway, Dennis Smith Jr. And Luka Doncic will be the horniest young backcourt. There will be as I mentioned in response to at Drunken Thursday, I think it's too much semen for one back.
Yeah. You're worried you're worried it's too horny.
Yeah, I don't know that they can necessarily play together in the long term. And I want to move this into another question I know we got, right? Or not so much a question as a request from our guy Alex Higley. He said that we should make a bet with real stakes on something. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be able to take the counter on this. If you'll be able to bet against me on this one.
Yeah.
But I want to bet you that Dennis Smith Jr. gets traded from the Dallas Mavericks.
Nah, that sounds like that'll probably happen.
Okay, so you're not going to take the.
Sorry, I really wish I could take the action. I'm trying to. I appreciate Higley's thing, but I just can't think of anything right now.
Okay, well that's on the table. Not necessarily going to happen.
Yeah. If anybody has suggestions for bets, hit us up at Corbin A. Smith at John Wilmes Words.
Corbin and I will make and you know what? I don't really make bets. Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
But we will make a $5 bet for content. We will do it.
Yeah. We don't know what the bet will be, and I already owe John quite a bit of money right now, actually. But
that's true, but we're not worried about it because I'm getting some good freelance money right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not to brag. What was I going to say? Oh man, I did make one bet before this past NBA season. You want to know what it was?
More than anything, Johnny.
Okay. Ooh, now that you want to know more than anything, I might withhold the information. Actually.
Oh no, please don't.
Okay, I'll tell you. My friend Brendan, he used to live in the same building as me 4 or 5 years ago. He is in the mold of many Chicagoland people, such a LeBron hater, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Jordan, much in the same way that Kobe made people hate LeBron in Los Angeles, and then LeBron hilariously went to their team. Chicago people can't handle the idea of somebody being better than Jordan. Now, I want to make this clear. This is a different thing. Jordan was better than LeBron, but continue.
He is better, but there was a while when that felt less settled. I think in the minds of people who are just love living in the throes of modernism and are obsessed with the fact that
and I will say this. Some of these modernist people have not fucking gone away and have even possibly gotten worse.
Oh, they're getting so much worse, but I don't even know what to say about that, right? It's definitely a product of late capitalism, and it's sort of difficult to think about for too long. And they love this modernist basketball bullshit, but they also love to throw it in your face that they know how to acknowledge evolution. I'm like, motherfucker, you think I don't see these things that you're telling me about? You would think I haven't accounted for this fucking basic ass observation, right? You think I know how to count my goddamn fingers? Shut the fuck up. I've thought about everything you've told me, and I've come to the conclusion that I have. In any event, LeBron James, Brendan, my neighbor, hates this dude, all right? And this is specifically the memory I'm going to recall when LeBron was on the Heat, right? Which is peak LeBron in terms of athleticism, probably just in general, right? Like he's become more of a killer now, more of a mental assassin. But God, he was so athletic and good on the Heat, right? And so this is the peak of Chicagoland people hating LeBron too, right? I think a lot of us just sort of got on his side when he went back to Cleveland. It was nice. It's nice, sentimentally, when he goes back to Cleveland. That happens. But a lot of them just never – they were going to hate LeBron for the rest of their lives. My friend Brennan bet me a steak dinner before this previous season that LeBron wouldn't go back to the finals. Of course he did. So Brennan owes me a steak dinner. I haven't talked to him in a while, though. So I have yet to collect the steak dinner. Mm-hmm. I almost feel guilty, because I knew that he was making a bad bet, and I was leveraging his haterism against him. I feel kind of bad about it. I feel bad about that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
There's actually a chance that it ruined the friendship.
I went to such a good dinner last night.
Tell me about it.
I went to Coquine. It's in Portland, up in the Mount Tabor neighborhood. And I don't know, it was just really good. It had really good pasta, really good artichoke tart.
Artichoke tart.
Artichoke tart, yeah. Had a crepe. Had a savory crepe that was made out of chickpeas. Just a wonderful restaurant. If you're in Portland and you want to spend too much on dinner, Coquine.
Cocaine, baby, snort that shit.
Yeah, all right, John.
Cut it up.
There's a possibility I've been mentioning Coquine cross-platform because I want word to get around. The prominent internet writer Corbin Smith has been mentioning Coquine. Mm-hmm. And so that they go oh, hey, Corbin, hey, what's up? We loved having you,
You want to hear a news item that just came across the timeline?
100%.
At Mark Stein, or at the Stein line, New York Times, reports the Philadelphia 76ers have been rebuffed in their attempt to hire away Houston's Daryl Morey to take over as their new general managers.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So
they're looking to get a new hanky.
They're looking for a hashtag small ball. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Hope they find somebody.
Hope so.
Good luck to them. And to all of us. Sean Keane says, could you also discuss the NBA's least horny backcourt?
Probably the Raptors.
Oh, whoa. You're going to have to sell me on Kyle Lowry doesn't fuck.
I just think collectively their backcourt is like
DeRozan doesn't fuck so much.
They're just collectively so good at everything except closing it. And it's not that they don't want, it's not that they can't, it's that they don't, they're thinking about things more important than that. They're not just I got to get my fucking dick wet tonight, They're thinking about the how good the relationship is overall. And whether it's whether the sex is a organic evolution of a strong bond, mm-hmm. Or if it's just something that they're doing.
They just get in their heads.
Yeah, they don't want to do it in a way that's sort of goal oriented and toxically patriarchal and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they want to do it the right way.
May I offer a joinder?
Oh, I think that would be fine. Yeah.
The Phoenix Suns.
No, that's very horny backcourt.
Devin Booker.
Yeah, he's horny.
Come on, Devin Booker's not horny.
I mean, I think he is among the horniest shooting guards in the
Get
league.
the fuck out of here. There's no fucking way. Devin Booker doesn't eat ass, people.
I'm not saying he does eat it. I'm not saying he eats ass. I'm just saying he's horny.
He's not horny. How the fuck is Devin Booker horny?
He scored 70 points in a game. He's horny.
So what? That's whatever.
Who's even point guard there now?
Tyler Eulis.
No, they traded him.
Oh, they did?
Or they didn't sign him. He's not on the team anymore because him and Devin Booker are like best friends.
And Devin Booker was mad about it because he thinks he's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, holy shit! Looks like fight. Now this is crazy. Fight involving Eulis and Booker caught on video. This news item is from 22 hours ago. They're not fighting each other. They're fighting. It's a larger video. Oh, it's from 2017, recently published by TMZ. Yeah, it looks like Ulis and Booker got in a fight on an elevator, trying to get this video to load.
Oh. I just got a letter from the clinic. Huh.
Does it tell you whether you're horny or not?
Oh, all right. Well, I'll deal with that tomorrow. All right. Drunken Thursday replies with the Celtics. I think that Kyrie Irving is pretty definitively horny.
Rozier is definitely horny.
All right.
Tatum is. I don't think Tatum's dick has ever not been in a condom.
He walks around with one just in case.
Oh, but it's not for sexual reasons, though.
Yeah.
It's like
he's scared of disease. Yeah.
A seal never been broken kind of situation.
Yeah. He met Brad and his commitment to being a lifelong virgin just
deepened.
Lewis Keane.
Hey, Lewis. Hi, Lewis.
Our old pal. What's the best movie you've never seen? I know my answer to this.
What's your answer?
Well, it's one of two answers. One is a qualified answer. I've only watched half of Seven Samurai, and I've never seen Rashomon.
Okay.
I might also say like The Bicycle Thieves.
The Bicycle Thieves.
Yeah, which I have not seen.
I haven't seen that either. There's a lot of things I haven't seen, so I could go all day.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of what's in theaters now, I really want to go see Sorry to Bother You.
I do too.
Yeah, I want to go see that new movie with Joaquin Phoenix that's coming out by Gus Van Sant.
I'm probably good on that one.
I think it'll be. I mean, I don't think it's going to be, as good as maybe say Infinity War.
Uh-huh.
But
no,
it'll probably be mostly identical to Infinity.
But what is that Ant-Man ending is so good.
Oh yeah, no spoilers, but
yeah, it's that shit rules. Second it started, I knew what was going to happen.
It was pretty tight.
Yeah, but when it happened, I was like, I am so happy right now.
It was pretty tight.
Anyway. But there's like an all-time movie that you're not willing to say is the best movie you've never seen.
I just wouldn't even know where to start. There's just a long list of things I haven't seen
that's fair.
That are probably really good. I mean, I'm guessing that they're really good movies.
Eric Gunderson on Twitter wants to know how excited is John to hang out with me this weekend.
I'm pretty excited.
Hell yeah.
We got to figure out when because he says he's coming in super late on Thursday and he's going to be at Pitchfork Musical Festival, which I don't think I'm going to. I almost always go, but this year I'm not going because I don't have a pass. Usually I get it in for free one way or another.
Uh-huh.
But this year I don't seem to have
one way or another.
Yeah, there are various ways. I know a lot of people.
Do they make it easy to sneak in?
No, it's always above the book, above the table. I'm not tricking anybody.
They should make more music festivals like easy to sneak into.
I'll just know people who are working for the fest in one way or another, or I myself work at the fest, or this time I'm not. I didn't even think about it.
Who's the headliner this year?
Oh, Lauryn Hill.
Oh.
But she frequently doesn't show up for things, so I was not about to plan around that. Also, Earl Sweatshirt, who I would have been excited to see, canceled his set. He's been canceling a lot of shows because he has some pretty bad depression and anxiety, which sucks. I really wish he would also make an album. He might end up being one of those what-if rappers. Unfortunately, he's, I think, the best guy doing it right now. Who else? Big Thief is playing. That's somebody I would have liked to see.
We got Tame Impala up there. Fleet Foxes.
Oh God, that sounds awful.
What, Fleet Foxes?
Yeah,
I've heard Fleet Foxes is a really good live band. They don't do.
I've heard that
they don't do things I like on record, and perhaps I wouldn't be into it. Oh, Caitlin Aurelia Smith, hell yeah, she's great.
Now, the War on Drugs would be one that I would be really excited to see. I would be very
okay, Dad, we get it.
Yeah, they're a great.
Japan Droids.
You got to chain smoke during the War on Drugs set. Yeah, Japan Droids. No Name. I would really like to see. She's great.
Well, hey, if you can hook John up with Pitchfork.
No, I'm too tired. Also, I just don't want to go.
No, but if you can do it, hook him up.
And then I'll give him to somebody else.
Yeah, that would be fine. Paul.
But Eric, I'm really excited to see Eric. I just hope that we figure out when that's happening.
Paul Moses wants to know what's a free agent signing trade that should make me more excited to watch the NBA season. Really struggled to think of any. Look, that's fun.
I'm excited for my local Chicago Bulls basketball team. I think that they got a little bit more fun. I mean, they got significantly more fun. The Pacers, I think, got cool.
Who did the Pacers get again?
Tyreek Evans and Doug McDermott.
Why is that cool?
Probably because of basketball reasons. That would probably be why that is the reason I feel that way. The Lakers are gonna be a ton of fun, dude. Like, let's not fuck around.
Yeah, the Lakers. That's gonna be a blast.
Dwight Howard to the Wizards.
Yeah,
hello?
I mean, look, at the very least, that's gonna end incredibly poorly. So, in ways that are gonna be delicious.
It's gonna be pretty funny. I definitely get the.
What if they're good? Wouldn't that be so weird
with the Wizards?
Yeah,
I think I'm actually kind of. Actually, you ready to make a bet?
Yeah, I'll make a bet.
All right, let's nail down the specifics of this. $5. Obviously, we won't know who wins the bet until after the regular season.
You want to go over or under 500 on it, or?
That's it? Oh, I'm going over 500.
Okay, I might be willing. I'll go under 500.
Okay, that's our bet.
I think they might collapse.
I think.
You know what, John? I maybe am wrong. The second I said it out loud, it tasted bad in my mouth. How about this? Over under 50?
Let's do 47.
I'll go under 47.
And then if they win 47 games, hey, it's that's off. But if they win 48 or more, it's my $5.
All right, I'm with it.
I think it's just like so dysfunctional that it has to work.
Like it's just like there's too much hate for it not to transmute into something useful.
I think the expectation of a shitstorm is just so large that like it will motivate them. And they have a ton of the talent levels are very high. Like we can't get around that. Like Dwight this might be a bit of a controversial take, but I think he's still really good.
It's pretty funny that the Wizards signed Dwight because they couldn't have Gortat on the team anymore, because there was a time when Gortat was Dwight's backup.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's just funny. That's all.
Yeah. And yeah, everything you just mentioned in terms of time and switching roles and all that, it all has to do with petty grudges. Like that's what motivates everything that you just explained, which is awesome. What else happened? I think that the Nuggets will be pretty fun with Isaiah Thomas. I think that's something.
I don't like Isaiah Thomas. So.
Oh, really? I thought that you really liked him.
Screw you.
Yeah, I thought you were really into him. Oh, Stauskas to the Blazers.
No, that sucks. Are you mad at me, or?
I'm just joking around.
Did you want me to feel bad? Is that it?
No, you should
want me to be sad for a second. Is that what you wanted?
No, I'm just being an asshole.
I think the Knicks signing. I think this Knicks signing Hazonia is going to be interesting.
I like Julius Randle of the Pelicans. I think that's fun.
JaVale and the Lakers. That's cool.
everything going on with the Lakers is just fun. Like, it's not going to necessarily result in them being outstanding, but it's fun. Some of the things that I don't like are like DeAndre Jordan with the Mavericks. Like, what the fuck is that shit? Like, who? Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's just a little weird.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I'm not into like Kyle Anderson to the Grizzlies. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, I think that's fun.
Well, that's you. That's not me. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think Paul was wrong. That maybe it's a little shallower, but there's some fun stuff.
Paul's suggestion is correct. It wasn't a carnival of player movement. It was an extreme austerity summer. The Kawhi trade is still forthcoming, perhaps. It's been suggested to me that the Raptors thing very nearly happened, but I don't know if it's still close to happening or if that.
What's the deets on that? Like, what's the idea? Is the idea DeRozan or is the idea pieces?
They said DeRozan. I mean, it was like DeRozan, Anunoby, and draft picks, I guess. Like, I don't know why you would want DeRozan if you're the Spurs. Like, why?
Yeah, that's a little odd.
If I was I think the Raptors are a good place to trade him because you can.
Yeah. Yes. Because Lowry, DeRozan, Leonard is pretty beefy. That's a good lineup. But like,
well, and I think from the Spurs perspective, they have a pretty good amount of young talent there. You try to get Fred VanVleet and Anunoby and DeLon Wright. I don't think you try to get, one of these like one of these default all-star motherfuckers. Like I don't think that really moves the needle for you. Why would you do that?
Well, the East is going to be pretty shitty this year.
Yeah, the East is going to be pretty shitty.
Like, I'm talking about, it wouldn't take much to make the finals. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm talking from the Spurs perspective.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't understand why that would be what you would want to net.
If you got picks along with it.
And I would definitely try to get Pascal Siakam too if I was the Spurs. I would want Siakam and Wright and VanVleet and Anunoby. That's who I would try to make the trade for.
Emily Lever at Snarls de Gaulle on Twitter.
What's up, Emily?
Big L. Wouldn't all men's sports be better if the uniforms were really short?
I think so. I think so.
Sure.
Yeah.
See them hogs, baby.
Let me see. Yeah, let me see some testicles popping out.
Let's see that dick, baby.
Yeah, it really raises the stakes.
Yeah, my stakes. Ow.
Yeah, my tent is now, poking into the clouds.
Pitched.
Yeah.
Blueberry Joe, thoughts on MLB to PDX?
What is that? They're getting a baseball team?
There's talk about it right now. I don't know if for any particular reason. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I like baseball. I would like to go to baseball games all the time. They should not spend unbelievable amounts of tax dollars on it. But the site they have in mind is a decent site. It's already basically connected to the Max line. And I like baseball, so I'd be into it.
So you'd be into it? I was listening to your
Somebody just asked me if Steven Universe is Jewish.
Is he? I've never seen.
No, I don't think so.
But okay, so before we move on too quickly, I was listening to your World Cup podcast with Emily and with Spike Friedman, and Spike Friedman was talking sort of about the companion piece to the shock doctrine, which is the celebration doctrine. Do you remember this conversation?
In the thing?
In the podcast?
Yeah, yes, I recall. Yes.
That's just every time I hear about a city getting a professional sports franchise, that's what I think of. You don't want the romance of a incoming sports team to allow certain people to just gut the civic funding. So just be aware of that. I'm a little nervous right now because I'm looking at Twitter and there's like a lot of items about my train station that I go to. Uh-huh. There's like a ton of like police activity and fire trucks there and stuff. A quote unquote suspicious package is like on the tracks and they've suspended service for over an hour. So I hope that everybody's okay.
Yeah, me too. Sean has another really good question. Sean Keen. What NBA team is best suited to play on the garbage planet from Ragnarok?
Ooh. Like the, what's the name of it? Where the...
Sakaar.
Sakaar, that's where Jeff Goldblum reigns supreme.
Yeah.
He's the grand...
The all-time answer is the Grit and Grind Memphis Grizzlies.
Yes.
But they're not the Grit and Grind Memphis Grizzlies anymore, so we're going to have to answer with another team that still exists.
Yes.
What do you got?
Before we do that, I just want to mention that they really fucked that up in Memphis.
They did?
I mean, I know that like Tony Allen and Zach Randolph were about to not be very good anymore.
Uh-huh.
But I don't give a fuck. You just play that out until it's over. You don't move on to like this shitty rebuild that they're doing such a horrible job of. Maybe I'll sing my tune differently if Jaren Jackson Jr. just destroys and gets them back to relevance this next season. But man, I just like, why do you give up that great romance? Like, I think you should just play that out. I think that the Miami Heat would be well suited for that, for the Grandmasters Arena. They have James Johnson. He likes to fight. Kelly Olynyk is always willing to play dirty. Yeah, Dwayne Wade. He'd be good for that. I think.
Yeah. I think Wade could really ride that aesthetic.
Hassan Whiteside. He's always good for a needless fight. Dion Waiters, a born star.
You know what? I will say Dion is the NBA's Hulk in a lot of ways.
I mean, there's really not a counterpoint to that. Yeah, I'm going with the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on this one. Pacers close second.
Pacers would be good.
Yeah. No Western teams. They're all entirely too soft.
They're so soft.
Ooh, you know what? I will say. Dark horse candidate for excellent Sakaar team, Washington Wizards.
In the West, I think I might go Rockets too. I think they could do okay with that.
I think Chris Paul would get wrecked by all the chaos.
No, he likes it.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
Fundamentally misunderstand Chris Paul.
You know what? I apologize. You think he would bring? You think he'd be Loki on Sakaar?
I think he'd figure it out. I mean, if I knew what he was going to do, then he wouldn't be Chris Paul, right? He knows what he's going to do. I don't know what he's going to do.
John, we're done. I'm tired, and I'm out of things to ask.
Yeah, we've been talking for a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah, we have been talking for a pretty good amount of time. I was going to try to keep this one to an hour, but we just never do.
Yeah, everybody sign up for the premium.
Yep, patreon.com/take it or break it. Just take it or break it.
We're doing good work.
Yeah, it's way better than it has any right to be, guys.
It's true. We're amazed with ourselves.
Yeah. And follow me. I'm Corbin A. Smith. Follow John. He's John Wilmes Words. Please rate and review this podcast on iTunes. Share it with your friends. And everyone have a wonderful day. You gonna say bye, John? Or...
Oh, bye.
Unbelievable.